Long before the rise and fall of mighty cities like Tikal and Palenque, before the pyramids of Chichen Itza rose like stone mountains above the canopy, the ancient Maya gathered under the stars to share their deepest truths. These were people of maize, jade, and sacred time, who believed that every stone, tree, and breath carried spirit. Among the many stories they passed down from elder to child, none was as daring as the tale of the hero twins, Hunahpú and Xbalanqué. Born not only of flesh, but of divine trickery and ancestral promise, these two brothers would face the darkness that swallowed even the bravest. Their deeds would echo through jungle and temple for centuries, teaching the power of wit over brute force and light over shadow. The story begins before the twins themselves, with their father, Hunahpú, a great ball player who also dared to challenge the Lords of Xibalba. He and his brother were summoned to the underworld for disturbing its silence with the echo of the rubber ball striking stone. There they were defeated, tricked, and sacrificed. Yet, from Hunahpú's skull, hanging in the crook of a barren calabash tree, life found a secret path. A daughter of the underworld, Lady Blood Moon, spoke to the skull, received a spark of life, and fled Xibalba to the world above, where she gave birth to Hunahpú and Xbalanqué. The twins grew wild and clever among the forest shadows, raised by their grandmother. Like their father, they played the sacred ball game every dawn, bouncing the rubber sphere off stone walls, their laughter ringing through the hills. The thumping of the ball was not just play, it was defiance. It was a heartbeat that the Lords of Xibalba could not ignore. Deep in the darkness below, 1 death and 7 death, the main Lords of Xibalba listened with scorn. They would not let the sons of Hunahpú escape the fate that silenced their father. Messengers were sent to summon the twins to the trials that lay in wait below the roots of the world. Without fear, the twins followed the messengers through caves and winding passages, crossing rivers of scorpions and blood. Finally, they arrived at the council place of Xibalba, a vast hall flickering with smoky torches. Here sat the Lords of Sickness and Suffering, 1 death, 7 death, Demon of Bone Staff, Demon of Skull Scepter, Bloody Teeth, Bloody Claws, Pus Demon, and Jaundice Demon. The Lords greeted the twins with mocking courtesy, offering a bench that was secretly burning coals hidden under soft cloth. But the boys were quick. They refused the seat, exposing the trick. So began a contest of wits and traps. Night after night, Hunahpú and Xbalanqué were sent into the dreaded houses, the House of Gloom, where darkness devoured all sight, the House of Knives, where blades spun in endless dance, the House of Cold, where ice bit the bone, the House of Jaguars, where hungry cats prowled in circles. In each trial, the Lords expected screams and defeat. But the twins whispered plans, tricked the blades to sleep, kindled hidden sparks to light the dark, tamed jaguars with magic powder. Even the House of Fire and the House of Bats, where Camazots, the bat god, snatched Hunahpú's head, could not stop them for long. Xbalanqué found a squash fruit to replace his brother's head until the real one could be reclaimed by cunning. At last, the Lords challenged them to the sacred ball game itself. On the stone court of Xibalba, the game was more than sport. It was a battle for life and legacy. With skill unmatched, the twins sent the ball soaring, dodging traps and hidden blades. The Lords plotted once more to end them, but every deceit turned to shame, as the twins outplayed death at its own game. Yet, to win fully, they had to give up their bodies willingly. In the final act, Hunahpú and Xbalanqué let themselves be burned, their ashes ground into the river. From those ashes, life sprouted again. They rose not as boys, but as something more, masters of magic, conquerors of death, ready to ascend where no mortal had stood. They rose beyond the underworld's grasp, climbed past the realm of humans, and settled in the heavens. There, Hunahpú shines bright each dawn as the sun, reminding the world of warmth, light, and the victory of life. Xbalanqué watches the night as the moon, guiding dreams and tides, holding secrets in silver light. Together, they balance day and night, two brothers who faced the darkness so we could see the dawn. To this day, when the sun burns and the moon glows, the story of Hunahpú and Xbalanqué lives on. It tells us courage and cunning can outwit even the deepest shadows. It reminds us that the world's heartbeat, like a ball echoing on stone, is the promise that light will always return.